Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Monday Night Raw.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds. Main event, Jey Uso!
And we're kicking things off with the man who completely destroyed the World Heavyweight Champion last week on Monday Night Raw, and Jey Uso. And if you guys remember, ladies and gentlemen, Jey Uso, this new demeanor that he has, took out Penta first, and then now focusing on the World Heavyweight Champion. But Adam Pearce, he made it official, because at Clash in the Castle, Jey Uso will take on Gunther for the world title. But before we get there, Adam Pearce has set Jey Uso to face Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser's the henchman of the Ring General.
And his opponent, representing Imperium from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ludwig Kaiser!
Ludwig Kaiser's looking to prove why he is part of the most feared group in Imperialism, because of their demeanor in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be one hell of a match to kick us off on Monday Night Raw. Ludwig Kaiser, main event, Jey Uso. And now there's the punch by Uso to kick off this match. What a right hand, down goes Kaiser. And now Jey gets up Kaiser, big punches, and another punch. And now there's another punch by Jey. The methodical pace of Uso. Big miss by Jey, and now into the elbow collar tie-up. And look at the power of Uso, just backing up Kaiser into the corner. And a right hand, down goes Kaiser. And now Uso went for the drop kick, big elbow by Kaiser. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of action coming up for you here tonight. What a takedown by Jey, and there's the drop kick now. And now, big punch, no, Kaiser finds the reversal. And now Kaiser and Jey once again locking up here, and Jey once again overpowering Ludwig here. And a kick by Uso. Jessica Core trying to get Jey under control. And now going for the pin after the drop kick. And a kick out by Kaiser. And now Uso missing the punch. Big reversal by Kaiser. And now Kaiser got caught. Samoan drop by Jey. And now Jey Uso once again getting booed here in this matchup. Big kickoff. And now Jey dropping the elbow on Kaiser. Big elbow by Uso. And now Uso once again having the crowd here in Nashville acknowledge. Main event, Jey Uso, big stomp to the head. And now clothesline, sending Kaiser over the top rope. And now Kaiser's down. Uso gets up Kaiser. Uso for a head of steam into the suicide dive. And now dropping another elbow, Uso. And now Uso sends Kaiser back inside the ring. Kaiser haven't got much offense here in this matchup. It's all been Jey Uso. Big reversal by Kaiser. Now Kaiser has control of Uso, but Uso finds a reversal. Big chop. Big reversal by Kaiser. Now Kaiser sends Uso off the ropes into what a slapjack by Kaiser. And now Kaiser with Jey Uso into the neck breaker. Knee to the back of the neck, going for the pin on Uso, and a kick out by Jey Uso. And now Kaiser getting up Uso from behind, big elbow, drop kick down on Kaiser. And now look at Jey going to the top rope, Uso splash, going for the pin to defeat Kaiser. There's two, and a kick out by Ludwig. And now Jey Uso once again on the attack of Kaiser. I'm surprised Gunther's not at ringside to help Ludwig here. And now Kaiser's in the drop zone. Uso with the headbutt. And now stomping Kaiser. Big drop kick by both men. Was thinking the same thing. And now Kaiser sends Uso off the ropes. Ducked under. Drop kick avoided. And now Jey Uso and Ludwig once again going toe to toe here in this match. Big crossbody. Kaiser missed. Super kick by Uso. Uppercut by Kaiser. And now Jey rolling outside the ring. And now Ludwig Kaiser goes up to the top. Big drop kick on Jey on the outside. And now choking out. Main event. Jey Uso now sends Kaiser inside the ring. Uso slowly to get back in. Big punch by Uso, and now Uso laid out Kaiser. And now going to the top rope once again is main event. And now Uso connects with the splash once again to pin Kaiser, and a kick out by Ludwig. And now there's the elbow drop by Jey. Super kick avoided. Kaiser off the ropes, cross body, super kick out of midair. And now there's the cockiness of Jey. And now Jey slapjack on Kaiser. And there's Kaiser crawling outside the ring. And you gotta think of what the tribal chief, the cousin of Jey Uso, thinks of this new attitude. And now look at Jey off the top. Head bump by Uso on Kaiser. Going for the pin off the headbutt. Is this going to be enough? There's two. And a kick out again by Ludwig. And now there's the emotion and anger of Jey Uso coming out. Big uppercut by Kaiser. And if Kaiser can just hang in there for a little longer, the frustration of Jey will cost him this match. Big punch. Kaiser though gets up Jey off the shoulders. Big reversal by Jey into the right hand. And now Jey once again laying out Kaiser. And now look at Jey climbing to the top rope. Kaiser's down. Kaiser got caught with the Uso splash once again. There's two. And Jey Uso with the win. Wait a minute. The music of Jey just cut out. There's Kaiser with the right hand. And now stopping out Jey Uso is Ludwig Kaiser, trying to soften up Uso for the world champion. And now Kaiser going to the outside, now coming back in. Uso just got up, and now Kaiser lays out Jey. And we are back live here in Nashville, Tennessee. And here comes Lyra Valkyria. And this is Lyra's first appearance here in Universe Mode this season, ladies and gentlemen. Lyra's Valkyria.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria has one hell of a competition on her debut match, because she's facing the Women's World Champion, who won at Backlash, defeating Jada Parker. But look at this reception for the debut of Lyra Valkyria. But let's get out the Women's World Champion, ladies and gentlemen, who has a date with Rhea in Scotland at Clash in the Castle. Here comes the Women's World Champion, Cora Jade.
And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, the WWE Women's World Champion, Cora Jade.
And now Cora Jade making her way down after defeating Jada Parker at Backlash. Looking to continue her winning streak here in Universe Mode. Looking to continue to be a dominant champion. But ladies and gentlemen, still to come, we will find out the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Ilya Dragunov will take on Drew McIntyre. And then on the main event, the Tag Team Championships will be on the line as DIY will challenge Fraxium for the last time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this match is underway. Cora Jade with the race lock to start this matchup, and now into the headlock. Down on Valkyria. And now look at Cora Jade trying to wrench, but Cora uses the momentum to turn it around. And now there's the kicks by Valkyria. And now back into the elbow collar tie-up. Into the corner sends Lyra by Cora Jade. And that clean break by these two women. What a right hand. Big elbow by Valkyria. And now Valkyria with the Hurricane Runner down on Cora Jade. And now Lyra missing the drop kick. Getting up, Lyra, here's Cora, big drop kick, down goes Lyra Valkyria. Big stomp to the ankle now. Stomp to the arm, and now Cora Jade. Not 100% after that clash with Jada at Backlash, but now stomping out the arm of Lyra. And now here's the stomps to the chest. And the Women's World Champion looks dominant here. And now into the elbow collar tie-up once again in this match. And now look at the power of Valkyria, sending Cora into the corner. And another clean break by these two competitors. What a punch by Valkyria. Cora sends Valkyria into the corner. Big running knee. No. Power bomb by Valkyria. Going for the pin. Explosive out of the corner is Valkyria, but only a count of 1 after that power bomb. And now Valkyria gets set back inside the ring. Big kicks. Valkyria with the enziguri. And now Valkyria is stomping the arm of Cora Jade and now slamming the arm down. Valkyria, this would be one hell of a win if she can defeat the world champion. What a crossbody by Lyra. stomp to the arm, down with the elbow. And now Lyra goes up to the top rope. Cora Jade's already back up to her feet. And now Cora spins Lyra off the top rope. Big kick by Lyra. And now Lyra trying to control the Women's World Champion. There's her combinations. Cora Jade though finding the reversal. Sending Lyra off the ropes into an arm drag. Oh, what a drop kick by Cora Jade. And now Cora gets up Lyra on the top rope. Drop kick, down goes Valkyria. And now look at the Swanton by Cora Jade. And ladies and gentlemen, what momentum would it give Cora Jade going into Scotland to face Rhea Ripley, who absolutely annihilated Alexa Bliss last week on Raw. And now look at Cora, went for the, what a reversal by Lyra. And now Lyra Valkyria missing the leg drop, just came up a little short. But now Lyra sends Cora off the ropes, big spinning heel kick, going for the pin on Cora Jade, and a kick out. And now Cora Jade is in the drop zone. Valkyria goes up to the top. There's a frog splash. Going for the pin off the splash. Is this going to be enough? There's two, and a kick out by Jade. And now Lyra missing the moonsault. Cora Jade gets up Lyra, sending Lyra off the ropes into the Luthan's press. Big punches by Roxanne. And now gets up Lyra's the Women's World Champion, Cora Jade, sending Lyra face first into the corner. Big reversal by Lyra. Big punch. Axe handle to the back. Going for the pin off the axe handle. Is this going to be enough to defeat the Women's World Champion? And a kick out again by Cora. Stomp to the head. And now look out, Lyra connecting with the leg drop this time. And now Lyra Valkyria goes to the middle rope. What does Lyra have in mind? Into another leg drop. And now Lyra gets up here. Big clothesline avoided. Cora Jade now with the DDT. That's how she won the World Championship. Going for the pin to defeat Lyra. There's two, and a kick out by Valkyria. And now the crowd getting behind this matchup here in Nashville. Leg drop avoided. And now Valkyria gets up Cora Jade. Big stomp into the headlock. And now the headlock on Cora Jade. Just wrenching on the neck. And now Lyra Valkyria with the picture perfect moonsault. Not going for the pin. Lyra has something more. Lyra going up to the top rope, looking to give it their all. Frog splash once again. Going for the pin off the frog splash to defeat Cora Jade. There's two, and a kick out again by the Women's World Champion. And now Cora getting up. Lyra is already back on the offense. Setting Lyra up on the ropes. Big kick. What a chop. And now into the leg. Tied up against the ropes. Big chop by Valkyria. And another time. And now look at Valkyria unloading on Cora Jade. But Cora responds with the right hand of her own. And ladies and gentlemen, these two women are going back and forth at one another. And another time by Valkyria. Big chop. And now look at Valkyria just unloading with the right hand. And down goes Cora Jade. And now Lyra sends Cora into the middle of the ring. Big reversal by Jade. And now Jade sends Lyra into the corner. What does Cora have in mind? Into the snapmare. On Lyra going for the pin. There's two. And a kick out. Both women do not want to lose. And now wrenching the arm against the ropes. Kick to the midsection, DDT again by Cora Jade. Going for the pin to defeat Lyra. There's two. And Lyra again kicks out. And now stomping the face of Lyra Valkyria. Kick to the back by Cora. And now what does Cora Jade have in mind getting up the challenger here? Up on the shoulder goes Lyra and down, neck first on the ropes. And now Cora Jade goes up to the top rope. Cora looking to end it. Crossbody by Lyra, or by Cora Jade. Senton. Lyra though finds the reversal kick. And now here comes a combination of Lyra Valkyria. But now Cora Jade finds the reversal. Big reversal by Lyra. And now Cora sends Lyra off the ropes. Into a headlock, big elbows. And now Lyra Valkyria sends Cora into the corner. Big scoop slam out of the corner. Lyra goes up to the top rope. Cora Jade is in the middle of the ring. Lyra Valkyria measuring up. Oh, what a leg drop off the top. Going for the pin off the world champion. Is this gonna be enough? There's two. And Lyra Valkyria defeats Cora Jade.
Here is your winner, Lyra Valkyria!
What a match! What a win for Lyra Valkyria! But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Champion. And we are back here live. Oh! Dragunov was making his way down to the ring, and here's the Intercontinental Champion trying to take out Dragunov. If you guys remember, Logan beat Dragunov last week on Raw. McIntyre's not happy, but I think Dragunov says he still wants to compete, and this match is underway. Clothesline by McIntyre. And if you think if Logan Paul didn't attack Dragunov here, Dragunov would be 100%, but now look at McIntyre just absolutely targeting that chest that Logan sent ribs first into the steel steps. Into the corner, Dragunov the reversing. What an enziguri. Down goes the Scottish Warrior. Big reversal by Ilya. What a clothesline by Ilya. Kick to the arm, and now McIntyre rolls out of the way. And now McIntyre with the neck breaker down on Ilya. And now look at Drew McIntyre just once again targeting the chest of Dragunov. And now stomping the face of Dragunov. And now McIntyre with the belly-to-belly suplex. Big punch, another punch by McIntyre, third punch by McIntyre. What a chop, and another chop, and a third chop. Now McIntyre gets reversed. Ilya gets reversed as well. There's the Glasgow kiss. And now McIntyre backs up into the corner. Counting it down. One more, no. Ilya reversing McIntyre. And now getting up McIntyre, but the back gave out. Clothesline by McIntyre. And now Ilya getting stomped out once again. The back of Dragunov gave out, trying to pick up McIntyre. What a clothesline once again. And now McIntyre has Ilya, but Ilya finds elbows to the midsection. Big kick. McIntyre not phased, and now there's a clubbing blow to the back. And now McIntyre showboating here in this match, getting up Dragunov. And now McIntyre sends Ilya into the corner, now onto the top rope. What does McIntyre have in mind? Up on the top, McIntyre has Dragunov. Look at the power of the Scottish Warrior. Into, a big superplex. Big reversal by McIntyre. And a slap to Dragunov. And now Dragunov trying to get some momentum behind these chops. Drew McIntyre's not letting him. And now slamming Dragunov down. And now back into the corner once again. Counting it down again. Claymore taking the head off of Dragunov. And a kick out by Dragunov. And now look at Ilya. Firing up here. Down goes Drew McIntyre. Stomp to the arm. And now look at Ilya. H-bomb on Drew. And now Ilya Dragunov taking out Drew, going for the pin. There's two. And Drew McIntyre barely gets the shoulder up. And now McIntyre sends Ilya off the ropes. Spine buster down on Ilya, going for the pin. Is this gonna be enough? There's two and a kick out. Barely by these men. Big punch and another punch. And now look at Drew with the combinations on Ilya. Sends him into the corner. And now look at McIntyre just unloading on Ilya Dragunov. And now there's a kick by Dragunov. Dragunov has Drew in position, but McIntyre finds the reversal. Go! There's a headbutt. And now McIntyre backs up once again. Another huge Claymore. Going for the pin to go to Scotland. And that's it. Drew McIntyre is #1 contender.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre goes to Scotland for the Intercontinental Championship. Congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live for a main event. And it's time for the Tag Team Championship match against DIY. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa earning this opportunity here tonight, because if you guys remember, episode 3 of Universe Mode, Fraxium beat DIY by countout. But DIY was not very happy with that, because 2 weeks later, episode 5, Ciampa took on Axiom. Axiom defeated Ciampa, and the following week after that, Gargano defeated Frazier, and then again defeated Frazier last week on Monday Night Raw. So if you guys think DIY has the number advantage on Fraxium here. Fraxium won the 1 out of last 4 matches these two teams have competed in. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get out the champions, the World Tag Team Champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Fraxium. And these guys had one hell of a last 2 weeks, because Fraxium defeated Motor City Machine Guns at Backlash to gain that tag team titles. And now they're looking to go here tonight with their new ring gear, since they can't be at Scotland for Clash in Castle. They bring out their Castle or Scotland attire here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this tag team championship match. Can Fraxium retain, or are we gonna crown new tag team champions here tonight?
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, DIY. And their opponents at a combined weight of 336 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Fraxium!
Fraxium handing over the world titles to our referee. And ladies and gentlemen, the bell has rung. Gargano and Nathan Frazier starting out this matchup. Big drop kick by Frazier. Big moonsault by Frazier. Now going for the pin to defeat DIY early, and a kick out by Gargano. Super kick. And now look out, Gargano laying out Nathan Frazier. Now there's a Spanish fly by Nathan Frazier. And now Gargano sends Frazier into the corner. Big chop. And now into the snapmare off the ropes. Drop kick down on Frazier. And now Gargano sends Nathan Frazier into the corner. Tags in Ciampa. And I think DIY wants some gold here. Knee kick into the corner. And now Ciampa with the slam down for the pin and the tag titles, and a kick out by Frazier. And now here comes Tommaso Ciampa, getting his first action here in this match. What punches to the midsection? Frazier though turns it around. And now Ciampa sends Frazier into the corner. Off the ropes, Ciampa forehead of steam with the elbow. And now Ciampa connects with another rolling elbow. Tags in Axiom. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Axiom and Ciampa. Once again, the two legal men in this match. What a punch. And now Ciampa with the elbow. And this is a different side of Ciampa we haven't seen here in Universe Mode. Kick to the midsection. Ciampa, right go cutter, going for the pin on Axiom. There's two, and a kick out by the tag champs. Big knee by Ciampa, tagging in Gargano now. And now Gargano and Axiom. Hurricane Runner by Johnny. Big chop, another chop, and now there's the double knees to Axiom. And now look out, Gargano showboating here in this match. Tags to Frazier, and now look at Frazier. Up goes Gargano, and down face first goes Gargano, going for the pin to defeat DIY. And a kick out again by DIY. Big punch, and now Gargano with punches. Frazier though finds the reversal into the headlock, face first in the corner. Big chop by Frazier, and now Frazier puts Gargano into the tree of woe position. What a kick, and now shoving the boot in the face of Gargano. Big reversal, but Frazier sends the momentum of Gargano into the corner of Axiom. Tags in Axiom, super kicks by the tag champs. And now stomping out Gargano is Axiom. Onto the apron goes Axiom. Miscommunication though by the tag champs, running into each other. And there's Gargano taking out Axiom. There's a splash to the outside. And now Gargano takes down Nathan Frazier, and both members of Axiom are down. There's a sliding drop kick. Axiom there gets back up into another suicide dive by Gargano. Down with the elbow. And now look at Gargano stomping out Axiom, running away from Axiom. Tags in Ciampa. Now Ciampa's a legal man. Hurricane Runner, down goes Tommaso. And now Axiom, big punch, kick, and now Axiom takes out the arm, and now wrenching on the shoulder of Tommaso Ciampa. Tags in Nathan Frazier now. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been one hell of a tag team match so far. What a rolling elbow by Ciampa. And now stomping out Nathan Frazier is Tommaso Ciampa, but Ciampa getting caught by Nathan Frazier. Into a moonsault on Ciampa, going for the pin. And there's Gargano breaking things up. And now Frazier gets up here. There's a sling blade, down goes Ciampa. Kick to the arm. And now look at Frazier sending Ciampa into the corner. Big reversal by Ciampa. Kick to the midsection. And now Ciampa once again. Psycho cutter. Going for the pin on Frazier. And a kick out by Axiom. And now Frazier gets up here, kick to the midsection. Ciampa got caught with the drop kick. Going for the pin on Ciampa to retain the tag titles, and a kick out by Ciampa. And now Gargano trying to get the tag in this match. Ciampa gets up here. Drop kick by Frazier. Gets up Ciampa. Big reversal by Ciampa. Tags in Gargano. And now Gargano for a head of steam into a chop. And Nathan Frazier now could be in trouble. There's a drop kick. And now Gargano with the super kick rolling through. And Gargano once again showboating here in this match. I don't know if this is a good idea. Sends Frazier into the corner. Big reversal by Frazier. And now Frazier sends Gargano into the corner. Tags in Axiom. Big gut punch. And now look at the teamwork of Axiom. Taking down Gargano. Kick to the arm. Knee to the back now. And now going for the pin on Gargano. Is this going to be enough? And a kick out by Gargano. And now Axiom sends Gargano out into the corner. Tags in Nathan Frazier. And now the teamwork of Axiom in full force here. And now Nathan Frazier with the elbow driving down Gargano, going for the pin off the elbow. And another kick out by Johnny. And now Nathan Frazier goes to the middle rope. Gargano though tags in Ciampa. Big kick to the face. And now look at Ciampa now. Down goes Frazier and there's the knee. And Ciampa getting caught with the possum pin by Frazier and another kick out by DIY. And these two teams know each other so well. After all the one-on-one matches they had with each other, the tag team matches they had. Both men do not want to lose. Tags in Gargano. And ladies and gentlemen, this might be the beginning of the end. Super kick, knee, going for the pin. Axiom's there though to break things up. And now drop kick, down goes Axiom. But Gargano going to the outside. Gargano locking in the Gargano escape on Axiom. But he can't win on the outside. Frazier takes out Gargano. What a DDT by Gargano. And now it's just these two men, Gargano, Frazier. And now Gargano takes down the arm. And now sending Ciampa back up on the apron now. Nathan Frazier there, reversing, sending Gargano into the corner. Tags to Axiom. And ladies and gentlemen, there's the DDT. Frog splash. Going for the pin. And there's Ciampa stopping this match. Kick to the ankle. And now look at Ciampa taking out Axiom. And this match has gotten out of control. Kick to the midsection. Gargano with the Psycho Cutter. Gargano now up to the top rope. There. Elbow to the knee. And now look at Gargano just rolling over Axiom. And there's the breakup by Frazier. Super kick, down goes Axiom. And now look at Gargano, sends Axiom into the corner. Tags to Ciampa. And ladies and gentlemen, big knee once again, going for the pin. Axiom is out. There's two, and a kick out again. Ciampa cannot believe it. Ciampa with the punch to the referee. Axiom's back up. Axiom with the roll-up on Ciampa, and Ciampa kicks out. And now Axiom with the chop. Axiom gets up. Ciampa into the corner goes Ciampa. Tags to Frazier. And now there's the shoulder tackle by Frazier off the top. And now Ciampa rolls to the outside. Nathan Frazier, full head of steam, with the elbow to the face. And now Frazier gets back inside the ring, now on the apron, climbing to the top rope. What does Nathan Frazier have in mind here? Nathan Frazier missing the swanton, big axe handle to the head. And now look at Ciampa getting back inside the ring. Does not want another count out to happen, especially for the tag titles. Big punch, another punch. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Ciampa sends Frazier into the corner, tags to Gargano. And the teamwork between these two men. Big elbow to the midsection. And now Gargano trying to get. And now look at Axiom trying to make the tag. Gargano says no. And now Frazier takes advantage of the distraction with the dropkick, going for the pin. And a kick out by Gargano. And now Gargano with the punch. Frazier with the enziguri. Down goes Gargano. And now Gargano down. Frazier gets up Johnny here into the swinging neck breaker. Big elbow by Frazier, tags in Axiom. And now Gargano's on an island by himself. Axiom has cut the ring in half. Into the corner, tags in Nathan Frazier once again. Off the ropes, and now there's another shoulder tackle. And now Nathan Frazier gets up Johnny Gargano. Up on the shoulders, and Frazier down with the small package pile driver. And now look at Frazier on the top rope. There's a frog splash. Going for the pin, and there's Ciampa breaking things up. Tags in Axiom now. What does Axiom have in mind? Gets up Gargano into the corner. Tags to Frazier. And now into another shoulder tackle by these two men. Gargano tried to make it to the corner. And now into the Boston Crab. The Boston Crab is initiated. Trying to get out of it is Gargano. Nathan Frazier is trying to prevent him from getting it to the ropes. But now look at Gargano reversing the hold. Hurricane Rana. Tags in Ciampa. Big headbutt, no. There's the chop by Ciampa. Forearm down goes Nathan Frazier. And now look at Ciampa calling for the end, getting up. Oh, Nathan Frazier suicide dive by Ciampa now. And now Frazier is down back inside the ring. Big forearm by Axiom. Big punch to Frazier. And now Frazier has Ciampa head first into the corner. And now Nathan Frazier scoop slam out of the corner. And now Frazier with the Phoenix Splash going for the pin on Ciampa. But there's Gargano. And now rolling through. Super kick. And now Axiom trying to get involved here. Down goes. Wait, Ciampa! Kick to the midsection of Gargano. Philly tail ending. The Philly tail ending on Johnny Gargano. Ciampa just screwed DIY out of the tag team titles. Just watching Johnny Gargano get attacked here. Big reversal. And now German by Frazier going for the pin on Ciampa. And a kick out. And now Frazier gets up Gargano down with the small package driver. And now Frazier gets up Ciampa into the knee to the shoulder. Ciampa did not think this clearly. Ciampa took out Gargano with the fairy tail ending. But Gargano wasn't the legal man. Kick to the midsection. Ciampa with the Psycho Cutter. And now there's the tag to Gargano. But I don't think Ciampa really meant for that tag. And now back inside the ring. Kick to the midsection. Ciampa again. Fairy tail ending. And now what does Nathan Frazier have in mind? Ciampa just took out his own tag team partner. Not doing anything about it. Tags in Axiom. Nathan Frazier does not want to win because of Ciampa. But now going for the pin. To retain, and Axiom does. No help from Tommaso Ciampa.
Here are your winners, and still World Tag Team Champions, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. For Axiom!
Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. To another episode of Monday Night Raw. We will catch you for SmackDown.